All right, so it's been a month since I've done anything seriously. So I did a few body weight exercises here and there during this month, but really month off from the gym entirely. So starting fresh, I like to lead in with very low volume. Still, I'm very intense with my workouts. So what you're going to see is a lot of control, a lot of tempo work, pausing, slow eccentric, slow concentric. Everything is very focused work, trying to isolate the muscle, not just with isolation movements, but even with compounds. So everything is very focused. I'm rebuilding, or I guess you could say refocusing my motor patterns, making sure that the movement is right. Everything is moving the way it should. So starting off with leg curls, I like the way the contraction feels on this. So once I've done my first work set, on my second work set, second and last work set, at the end, I tapped on 5 partials just to make sure that I'm exhausting this movement entirely. And I left everything right there. Secondly, I like to follow up with some sort of compound knee bend. Now, prior to my month off, I was doing leg pressing and hack squats. So since it's been a good few months since I've done some sort of squat, I thought it would be a good idea to get everything started right here. So I'll probably be sticking to the basics. I'll be deadlifting, I'll be squatting, and I'll be benching for sure. I'll also be throwing in some overhead press. So on this first set, you're going to notice that my footing is adjusting quite a bit. So this should be the case for all of you, unless you have very mobile joints and hips. I always do it this way, feeling it out, making sure that it's very slow, adjusting my stance, adjusting my footing, the angle of my feet, keeping my torso rigid. And I always start my first set with the bar. So warm up with the bar, then add on the weight. This goes for everyone. So that was my first warm-up set. After this, I felt much better, a bit lubricated, but still not very sure about myself. I'm going to add very slowly. I took 1 plate, added on each side, and I'll be doing sets of 10 reps. So again, same tempo, same control, 4 to 5 seconds on the way down, 2 to 3 seconds on the way up, and that very slight short pause at the bottom. Just barely pausing at the bottom. So 10 reps. Again, rigid torso. During these first 2-3 sets, I'm breathing through my set. So since the tempo is very slow, if you take the 4 to 5 seconds down, the 2 to 3 seconds up, not to mention that short pause, it's at least 8 seconds per rep. So one set lasts easily 80 seconds, which is a lot of time under tension. So having to hold my breath with every rep would be very exhausting, so I just do breathing reps. Now this would be the first working set. So on my first working set, I did 10 reps. It was not to complete failure. And the first working set should not be to failure. So still very slow, very controlled descend, controlled press. So over here, these last 2 reps are nearing failure, but still far off. So 2 to 3 reps still left in the tank for sure. I felt that this was a bit of low weight, so I added another plate on each side, and I did my last working set. Same tempo, same control, very focused. And I guess you're going to see what a true set of squats looks like right here. So take this to complete failure, I guess, as much as you can control, and make sure that you stand up. So this would be my last rep right here. I was not slowing that down on purpose, so that was very fatiguing. And then I followed up with some leg curls. So since we started off with lying leg curls, I chose to do seated leg curls over here, and I added a bit of a twist on here. What you're gonna notice is once I adjust everything, I'm gonna take and pull myself into the machine, pushing my chest up, straightening out my back as much as I can. I'm doing this to mimic a stiff-legged deadlift. So I'm trying to get the same benefits, but having the machine restriction. So I don't like to do more than one heavy compound exercise during a leg day. So since I chose to do the squat, this time I'm not going to be doing stiff legs or Romanians. I'm just going to do this machine, and I'll be adding this twist onto it. So straighten out the back, make sure that I get a very nice deep stretch at that end range. And I'm sticking to high reps. So both on this and the following exercises, I'll be sticking to high reps, making sure that I get a lot of blood in the muscle. And I'm using the benefit of this variation to completely stretch out the muscle as much as I can under load. The first couple of weeks is not going to be a lot of weight, since we're mentioning load. Everything will be low weight, lowish weight, I guess, moderate weight, very controlled. Failure sets are still being applied, but I guess you could only call it once in each exercise. So definitely not pushing myself too much, just enough to be able to feel things out. Now I followed up with some leg extensions. Same exact thing. So high reps, 15-ish, I would say. Very controlled, pausing at the top, pausing at the bottom, but not letting the muscles relax. And this is a pro tip: if you want to get the most out of your leg extensions, do not hold on to the handles. And then I wrapped up the workout with a couple of sets of calf presses. This is a unique machine that this gym has right here. Yeah, so basically what I did is deep stretch, hard contraction, 1 second at both end ranges. And then I did high reps as well, 15 reps. And very short break in between, 20 seconds-ish. And then went straight back in. Did another set to failure. I'm not even sure if I hit 15 reps on this last one. And I can tell you that the amount of volume that I put into this workout was more than enough to get me started in this block. So now I'll be basically monitoring how my body responds to this workout. I'll see how tomorrow is and the day after, how sore I am. In the meantime, I'll be doing the rest of my split. Had a hard time walking up these stairs, that much I can tell you. So if you guys like the video, make sure that you hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, share the video, and let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.